Next song I'd like to go over is one that a lot of people like. It's when I recorded it actually back in like 2019. It's called Nihilist. It's a slow one, but it's one that I think if we had a band, like with a full band, would just come across so well. I've got some chord part and a delicate, like very small leadish part in the verse, but most of it is chord work. For me, but for you, it's a lot of arpeggios on E, A, and D, and then a little bit of a G as well, here and there, sort of going in between those two. So the pattern goes for all the arpeggios, or most of it throughout the song, is E, A, D, E, A, D, E, A, E. I'll go that again. E, A, D, E, A, D, E, A, E. With the first chord, it will sound like this. Okay, so that's the arpeggio pattern. That flows throughout the song, mostly on those. Apart from when you get to here, so when you get to the third chord, there's an extra G sort of change up in the pattern. First I'll go over the chords and then I'll show you where it is. So we're playing around on the thirds of on the A and the D's in E. So first off we have an open E, then we have 10th fret on the D, on the 10th fret on the A, 9th fret on the D. Creates this minor kind of sound. Okay. Then pinky on the 10th fret of the E. On the A string, you put your third finger on the 9th fret, and then your first finger on the D, you put it on the 7th fret. Then we move it down, pinky on the 7th fret of the E. Second finger on the 5th fret of the A, first finger on the 4th fret of the D. And this is where the extra G comes in, that extra top G. So what you're doing on this chord is you're going E, A, D, E, A, G, D, and you're holding that G. You just so slightly different arpeggio. Okay, look, I think I accidentally hit that G once when I was trying to do the This Is Normal. I just thought it sounded so great. Just that little bit of a difference, that little suspension in there. So combining all of that together sounds something like this. Okay, that's for the choruses. That is. Then, so the verse, same picking pattern, but then we keep the E. We're not fiddling around with the E. We're just moving these fingers up. Okay, so the first set of chords will be the 10th and the 9th. So 10th on the A string, 9th on the D string. Next would be 12th on the A string, 10th on the D string, 14th, 12th. So we'll go over again. 10th on the A, 9th on the D, 12th on the A, 10th on the D, 14th on the A, 12th on the D. Sounds like this. Now you play that through 3 times, and then what you do after that, you do the 10th and the 9th, 12th and the 14th, but then you bring it down to the 9th and the 7th, okay? So A10, D9, A12, D10, A9th, D7. Sounds something like this. Combine those all together, will sound like this. And this one, then into the main riff. Cool, so that's the verse. That's what you'll be doing in both verses. Sort of those arpeggios. Yeah, nice and clean, all that kind of stuff. Then breakdown, middle section. We're just moving up the E minor just chord pattern where I'm playing the triads here, just on the top E strings. So E minor, the diminished. And you will be accompanying that by playing them all the way up there. I hope you have a long guitar neck, because otherwise we're going to have to work it out a bit different. So we're going to go all the way up through the chords, through the minor chords, using the triads of the first and the third. Okay, so starts off 10, 9, 12, 10, 14, 12, 15, 14, 17, 16, 19, 17, 21, 19, and then 22, 21. Let's try and do that again. I might be able to explain it better this time. 10, 9, 12, 10, 14, 12, 15, 14, 17, 16, 19, 17, 21, 19, 22, 21. One more time, 3 times a charm. 10, 9, 12, 10, 14, 12, 15, 14, 17, 16, 19, 17, 21, 19, 22, 21. Sounds something like this. On the final chord, you strum it to all your heart's content with a... To add the emphasis, going back into the final chorus, which is the big chorus, after all the subduedness of it all. So it will sound something like this. Just go through that once. It's kind of like a building up, just like going through the octave of chords. Play it again for you. One more time. Very nice. And then we're back into the final section, where I think we need to jam out whether you carrying on with a will work, or I'll be doing some chords. So E minor to D to B minor, and then so I would be doing those chords. You might then do the lead part with a bit of distortion on, which is but because there's 3 layers to that in the song, I think we're going to have to decide which one or how to make it big. We can change it up from the way it's recorded when we jam out and stuff like that to see which one creates the best result. Yeah.